I told my ex's fiancé everything he did to me after she reached out to ask if we were really over. So Marcus and I broke up about 8 months ago. We were together for 3 years, and the last one was, honestly, it was bad. I don't really talk about it. I moved cities after, got a new job, tried to just start over. I figured I'd never have to think about him again, and then 4 weeks ago I got a DM from a woman named Priya. Her profile was normal. She had one of those couple pictures as her header, her and Marcus at what looked like a winery. The message just said, "Hey, I hope this isn't weird. I'm Marcus's fiancé. I just wanted to ask, are you two really over? He told me you had a hard time letting go." I read it 3 times. He told her I had a hard time letting go. I sat with my phone for probably 20 minutes, just staring at the ceiling. My first instinct was to say yes. Totally over, good luck, close the app. That's what I always do. Keep it clean. Don't make things messy. I spent a year of my life keeping things clean for Marcus, and it got me nowhere. So I typed back, "Can I call you?" She said yes immediately, like she was waiting for it. We got on the phone and she opened with, "I just need to know if there's still something there on your end. He said you used to text him even after the breakup," which, okay, I did text him twice. Once to ask about a package that got delivered to his address. Once to ask if he still had my grandmother's mixing bowl. That's it. That's the whole couldn't let go story. I told her that. She went quiet for a second. Then she said, "He told me you were the one who ended things, that you got overwhelmed and walked out." I said that's not what happened. She asked what did happen. And I don't know exactly what it was. Maybe it was the winery photo, or the way she said fiancé, or the fact that he'd already started rewriting it and she deserved to know what she was agreeing to, but I told her. I told her all of it. I told her about the first time he went through my phone, because I'd gotten a text from a guy I used to work with, and Marcus decided that was suspicious. I told her how he'd show up at my job unannounced, and then later say he was just in the area, always just in the area. I told her about the time we were at his friend's birthday dinner, and I laughed at something someone else said, and Marcus didn't speak to me for 4 days after. 4 days. Wouldn't answer texts, wouldn't sleep in the same room, just waited until I was worn down enough to apologize for laughing. She was very quiet through all of this. I told her about the trip to his parents' place last Christmas where I tried to leave early because I was sick, and he told me I was embarrassing him, and I ended up staying 2 extra days with a fever because I didn't want to cause a scene. I told her about the way he used to tell me I was too sensitive whenever I said something bothered me, and then turn around and not speak to me for a week over something tiny. I told her about the last fight, the actual last one, which wasn't me walking out, it was me finally saying I couldn't do it anymore, and him telling me I'd never find someone who would put up with me the way he did. I said that's why I left. He didn't want me to go. He just said that so I'd stay. She was quiet for a long time. Long enough that I thought maybe the call dropped. Then she said he does the silent treatment thing with me too. I thought it was just something I needed to get better at handling. I didn't say anything to that. Then she said, "He told me you were unstable, that you had a lot of issues and the relationship was really hard on him." I said, "I know. He told me the same thing about his ex before me." She went quiet again. Then she said, "I have to go," and she hung up. She messaged me the next morning. Just 2 sentences. "Thank you for being honest. I need some time to think." I haven't heard from Marcus, which means either she hasn't told him we talked, or she has and he's decided silence is the move, which honestly sounds about right. She hasn't posted anything with him in 3 weeks.